Hey everyone, it's Juno with Detour Shirts. About 5 months ago, I did this video right here about Ideogram and how I can do text and everything, and it has become my biggest video on my channel so far. One of the co-founders actually wrote to me and gave me early access to their new model, which is 1.0. So we're gonna get a sneak peek. I'm gonna let you see a sneak peek of the newest model on Ideogram. We're gonna test what I did 5 months ago and what it can do today, see the difference, as well as some of the other things on there that you can see how good not only the text but the graphics on there. So let's get into Ideogram right now and get a sneak peek of version 1.0. All right, so here I am on Ideogram. It doesn't look that much different, but you can see right here, Ideogram 1.0 is here. Check out our blog and Expos and all of that. We might do that later, but you can see it looks similar. The only difference is I have this access model right here. This is the original 0.1, 0.2 it went up to, and then it made a big jump to 1.0. And you can see it's refreshing here, but I'm gonna come back. You can see how good it is. Some of these are actually 1.0. So if we come in here, we can see what it was made of, made with Ideogram 1.0. So look at the design on here and the text, right? It's pretty cool. So let's scroll down. We can actually do some of the top ones here and just look at how well it's doing the design. This is also a 1.0, yeah. Like, it's significantly better as far as the graphics are concerned. Like these things are amazing now. I bet that's 1.0. You can kind of tell the difference between 1.0 and what's not 1.0. And the text, it looks like just somebody typed that in, but it was created with the prompt. And this one doesn't say if it's 1.0 or not, but you can tell it's pretty cool. So got some really, really good designs. 1.0 as well, yeah, look amazing. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna take some of the things that I did a long time ago. I guess I can go back into my public and scroll back, and these are some of the ones that I did early on in my first video for text, right? So we're gonna take one of these, a few of these, and then just see how well they did. If I click on here, you can see it was done in 0.1, this trick or treat. And so I'm just gonna use the same thing here and see what it does today. Same thing with some of these other ones, qualified, I think, yeah, 0.1. So let's just do that. Let's just do this one. I'm gonna just copy the prompt, copy here, put it here, same thing, same prompt, and I'm gonna use 1.0 instead of 0.1, and it should, let's see, I'm using typography, funny sticker, I think it'll be okay. So let's do generate. It's gonna bring me here. Oh, I forgot to put square on there. It's gonna do a tall rectangle, but that's okay. See what it does. Now, some of the things that I've noticed on here, I got to play with it for a while, is that it recognizes sticker. So it actually now makes a sticker with the white outline and everything, whereas the other one didn't do the sticker. So let's go back. You know, I'm going to do this one more time, but do it a square so that we have the same thing. And you can see how fast it is too. And this is real time. I haven't been going fast forward or anything. But the thing I like about this one is that it actually made a sticker. Now, you may want to not have the hand in there, so you might have to put that in here. But some of them didn't have the hand, and this is so cool. So I'm going to take this one right here. You can see I can really just knock this out if I wanted to use this as a sticker for Redbubble. But let's compare the two. So I'm going to put this on screen, this one versus the one with 0.10, and you can see it's totally different. And this one I think could work. The new one could really work on Redbubble, whereas the other one was kind of iffy. And this one spelled it right. It still has problems with the F here, but that can be taken away, this little part. But for the most part, it spelled all of them correctly. Totally qualified. Totally, that got lost in here. Totally qualified. Let's see the other one. Totally qualified, yeah. Totally, well, that one had a couple of letters different. But the graphics are way better, right? All right, let's go and see. Oh, let's go back to my profile, scroll down. Okay, let's do another one. Yeah, let's just do this one. This one was super simple. Trick or treat. let's see what it does. Just trick or treat, and we're gonna see some of the differences when we do this. So trick or treat, 0.10, we're gonna do here, same prompt, 1.0, 1 by 1. I got auto magic prompt on. I don't know if that's good or not. We'll see what that does, because I think it kind of helps do some things in the background. So very simple prompt, and let's see what it does now. You can see I tried it out a little bit before. The thing I liked about the old one is that it had some color. I didn't put anything in there. It just came up with some cool colors, and this one did too. So here it is. I think this one could work really well. I didn't say put it on a white background, but nicely it did it, spelled it right, using a cool font, switched out the colors. I think this can do really well on a t-shirt. So there you go. Now I could add more things, and you can see the magic prompt, just like it does in ChatGPT. My simple prompt got interpreted by Ideogram and gave this longer magic prompt, which added more things. Now you can copy this and look in here and look and see, like, oh, maybe I should have added that or added that, and you can add that to your simple prompt, right? So let's see. Let's look at this for a little bit. You can say spooky yet playful font, which is great. That's actually what I wanted. So maybe next time I should put that in my prompt. And then it added some illustrations, which I didn't ask for, but which was nice, right? So maybe I should add this in my prompt. So kind of giving you some ideas with that auto prompt, that magic prompt here, kind of like how we're seeing in some of the other AI spaces like ChatGPT and other places. All right, so I think this one, we're going to compare the two, this one versus the other one. I think this one works a lot better to knock things out too. Like I can come in here and knock out the white, where the other one was kind of hard with all the different colors. So it kind of understands that. All right, let's go back one more. Let's do this again. In October, we wear pink. I tried that one out too, because you can see in this one, although it's really cool, like we have some issues here, right, with the, especially their pink. So I'm gonna see what happens when I say t-shirt design in the prompt. I'm gonna just copy this prompt. You can see back in this time when I did t-shirt design with text, it actually didn't do a t-shirt, but we'll see what happens here now that it understands a lot more. Same thing, same prompt, gonna hit generate. Now, a lot of times with the new model, I think the prompts are gonna be even more particular. I mean, it's gonna understand the prompts a lot better in here. So if you wanted a certain color, you wanted a certain style, you're gonna have to put that in. But look at this, really fast, and I think this is the best one. In October, we wear pink. No double A letters, no other. So let's put this up against the other one. Now the other one did have more color, but I think this one, easier to knock out with a t-shirt. And it didn't actually do a t-shirt. It understood that this is going to be a t-shirt design and, did it appropriately. So really, really cool. I think this one does it better, and it's easier to read. Doesn't have all those weird things. So we'll put both together here again. The fonts, right, and the colors and the fonts. All right, let's see, what else can we do? Okay, I think we should just do one more. I'll go back to my public here, and I want to see, like, with books. So I remember we had something about back to school with books or something. And here we go. All right, so this was done back in my video, an ideogram 0.1, right? And let's see how it does. This one actually did okay, back to school, but I didn't like the artwork. So let's see if 1.0 does better artwork on here. And I did it a tall, we're just gonna do it, we're gonna do it the square here. So, generate here. And I like how fast it is too. Definitely a little faster, at least I feel like it's a little faster here. And you can see the preview kind of in black and white, which when I first saw it, I got a little scared that it's only going to do it in black and white, but it adds the color later, so that's cool. Yeah, look at that. Now, I didn't say this is for a t-shirt design, so it went to the edge here, but I bet if I said it was a t-shirt design, it would do everything around it. And so this one, I think, is the winner here, but all of them back to school, back to school, back to school. All of them spelled it correctly. Nothing wrong here. And I think the artwork is really simple, easy to knock out here. I'd be interested to see if we did t-shirt design on here. Now sometimes there's a magic prompt and sometimes there's not. So there's that auto. Let's see. Yeah, I can copy it. Not sure why. I'll have to figure out why sometimes there's a magic prompt and sometimes there's not. Maybe when it's too simple and you don't put in, let's see. Well, let's test out that theory. I'm going to do back to school on a black background, illustration, photography, and just do that and see if I get a magic prompt. I think that's what's happening. So the first one that I did, trick or treat typography, I only put something really simple, and so it had to think about, like, what do you actually mean? What can we put on there to make it different? So let's see what happens and see if this one adds a magic prompt to it. Yeah, back to school. Okay, did it do any magic? Yes. Yes, it did. So if you put something super simple, like I usually do in ChatGPT, into Ideogram now, the magic prompt will help you. That auto will help you add some things. So you can see here, there's ruler, pencil, and stuff. And so kind of helping you, like, oh, maybe did you want all of these things? And so maybe you should put that in the prompt next time. But this one's pretty cool. Don't know about the paper clip and stuff, but the pencil and the eraser and the apple, yeah, pretty cool. And this can be a base too. So I love the font. The nice thing about Ideogram is sometimes it does a font that this is kind of like a custom font. So it doesn't say what font it's using. It's kind of drawing the letters, right? So you have a font that other people aren't using, and then you can add some little clip art things. So if you didn't like this paperclip, go find a paperclip on Canva or whatever, put it in here, and you have a design that nobody else has because it drew the font for you. This isn't a font that you're just typing in from Canva. So back to Ideogram here. Yeah, I think 1.0, pretty cool. So you can see, I guess, let's see. Yep, that's 1.0. Look at that. I know you can't use this on t-shirts, but just the graphics are amazing too. So not only an upgrade in fonts and how it writes it, but an upgrade in the graphics, like some amazing graphics now. I'm sure that's 1.0. Yeah, so you can come in here if you have access. Some people have early access, some don't. I'm gonna check out the blog here, see what this is. Ideogram 1.0, you can see now available to Ideogram users, so you might have access to this already. And just look at some of these examples. Really cool. And then the photorealism, like I was telling you, now you may not use that for t-shirt design, but just if you're the type that likes to play around with AI and see what kind of thing it comes up with, look at that. Just so much better than before. These are some of the ones that we saw on there, like puzzle pieces. It's amazing. So go ahead and read this. This is photorealistic stuff is amazing, and the magic prompt. So you can see, like I said, the simple prompt here, and then it does the magic prompt, with adds more things, but it makes it a really cool. So let's see what the other one said. So I think, yeah, the X post. Oh, this is Twitter. Okay, so this is their Twitter post and some other things on here. So if you follow them on Twitter, it's there too. But check out that blog post. I went pretty quickly on here, but you can get it from their site and read way more about it and how it works. But just amazing stuff. So hopefully this was really helpful for you. Go around and play with it. You can do the same thing and vectorize these things as well, or upgrade and knock out the background. Let me show you one I would do. So let's see. I think I went into my private one. Oh, the trick or treat, right? We talked about this one. Okay, so this is how I would do it if I was on Ideogram. So you can still remix it, you can like it, and that's what we'll come back and do the liking thing, but we can download this right here. Just download. So I'm going to download this. I'm going to go and upscale it and then take out the background. So it's still going to be 1024. Let me show you. So this is it right here. I downloaded it, and you can see the dimensions 1024 by 1024. So you will either have to vectorize it, which I think this one would be great, vectorized, because it has some really straight lines, pretty straightforward. Or if you want to upscale it, you can do that too. I'm going to show you how I would upscale it and then knock out the background and have it just be ready for a t-shirt. So we'll do that right now. So I'm going to go to DGB LOL, right? Hit get started, upscale, drag in that 1024 by 1024, come in here. Now they have 8 times, which is I think overkill for what we need. I'm gonna do 6, but you can do 8 and then scale it back down if you want. And then I'm gonna submit. And you can go to my files. You can see I did one recently for the dinosaur. This is gonna take 4 minutes, so I'm gonna come back, and when this is done, I'll show you what I do next after upscaling it. All right, so I'm back here. It finished and I downloaded it. So the next thing I would do is I would come in here into Photo P and I'll drag in the 6 times. You'll see it in your downloads. You can just drag that in here. And there it is. And then I would use the magic wand here and just delete the white. So here you go. And you might have to do it a couple of times. Oh, this one has a lot of different whites in here. So let's zoom in. And that's okay. We're just gonna go here. I'm gonna zoom through here and show you. This probably wasn't the best example, but I'll show you what happens. All right, now that we got all the white, all I have to do is maybe crop this to the size that I want. So I'm gonna go on here, grab this corner here, grab this corner here. Great. And now I can export this as a PNG. So I'm going to come in here, File, Export as PNG. And now you can see it's a lot bigger. It's not it's not 1024 by 1024. It's 54 by 50. So we can do the width. All we need is 4500. We can change it there. And then you can see that changed to 4216, which is big enough. If you want it bigger, you still can. You can do 5,000 because we're going down still, right, from what it was. So it will remember it's linked here, so you can see that now it's 5,000 by 4,600, which is big enough for a t-shirt, and I can hit save. Now I'm gonna go into Amazon, but you can put this on Redbubble or TeePublic or wherever, and you can see it's knocked out and it will show through the background. So let's look at that. I'm going to take my design that I made. I should have retitled it, but it still has all that DGB stuff in there. And it's going to take a while, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. So just to show you that it works and it knocked it out, you can see on any color here, it works. So you can use this straight from Ideogram. It only took a couple of steps, right? I went upscaled it, make sure that it's big enough, and then I knocked out the background in Photo P. And you can use various different applications for that. You can use Photoshop, Affinity Photo. You need to upscale it first, though, if you do this. The other style would be to vectorize that, and I have videos on how to do that, all the thing. But you can see, came out pretty cool. I'll zoom in right here and see it. Last thing on Ideogram that I forgot to mention is if you find something that you really like, you still have this heart thing right here, right? So let's say, ooh, that would make a great t-shirt design. I would heart it and then come back here to your stuff and you can see the liked one. So you can see I liked a bunch of these that I thought would make great t-shirt designs or other things, coloring books and things. And I just saved it here on my liked. And then the nice thing is you can come in here and then look at their prompt and see this was done in 0.2, but you can still use the prompt and see what happens in 1.0 and so on. So this one was done in 0.2 as well, so we could copy this prompt and see how well it does with the new version. So go on here, have fun with this. Ideogram new, read all about it in their blog posts. Take a look at all of this stuff. It's really cool, I believe. Just another upgrade to what already it did really well. So thumbs up. I can't wait to play around with it more and see more designs. So there you go, kind of a sneak peek into Ideograms 1.0. It looks like it's already released and maybe a lot of you already have it. So if you do, go try it out. See the difference between the old one and the new one, the 0.1 to 0.2 and the 1.0. What a big jump. And just see the difference in graphics. Now you may need to type in your prompts a little better and that you can get some help with that. Type in something really simple and use the auto the magic prompt, and I think that can be really helpful to you, for you to kind of learn what kinds of things you may need to put in your prompts to get a better result. So I'd love that. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't seen my first ideogram video, I'm going to put that right here. And it's, again, it was 5 months ago and using the 0.1 version, but I think it's still, back then it was still pretty cool. So to give that a watch. Thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.